Did you know? Research suggests that self-care routines can reduce stress and boost happiness by a whopping 60%. Yes, you heard it right, 60%. Now that's a number that's hard to ignore. But let's take a step back. Self-care, a term we've all heard. But how many of us truly understand its power? It's not just about spa days and indulgent treats. It's about nurturing your mind, body, and soul. There was a time when I was oblivious to this. Days were filled with stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being overwhelmed. Happiness seemed elusive, like a distant dream. The culprit? A lack of self-care. I was so caught up in the hustle and bustle of life that I forgot to take care of the most important person, myself. So, I embarked on a journey of self-care, and I am going to share with you the 7 mindsets that transformed my life. The first mindset I adopted was prioritization. You see, life is a constant juggling act. We often find ourselves trying to keep multiple balls in the air, from work to relationships, hobbies, and countless other commitments. But here's the twist. In this juggling act, self-care isn't just another ball. It's the hand that's doing the juggling. I used to put self-care on the back burner, often finding myself drained and unfulfilled. But I realized that I needed to flip the script. I began to prioritize myself, carving out time to focus on my mental and physical health, and the results were astonishing. The tension in my shoulders eased, my mind became less cluttered, and I found myself more focused and productive in other areas of my life. It's like they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. When I started prioritizing my self-care, I noticed I was happier and more at peace. The second mindset that transformed my life was consistency. Now, consistency might sound like a worn-out cliche, but let me tell you, it's the secret sauce to a successful self-care routine. Imagine self-care as a garden. If you sporadically throw water and sprinkle some seeds, you may get a few blossoms. But if you want a beautiful, vibrant garden, you need to consistently tend to it. The same applies to self-care. A one-off spa day or a random meditation session might feel good, but it's the regular, daily actions that truly make a difference. Consistency in self-care is not about grand gestures, but rather about small, manageable actions. It's about taking a few moments each day to breathe deeply, to stretch, to jot down your thoughts, or to simply be present. Over time, these small actions accumulate, leading to noticeable improvements in mood and overall well-being. Being consistent with my self-care routine was a game changer. Next up, the third mindset, mindfulness. It's more than just a buzzword. It's a profound shift in how we approach our self-care routine. I found that by fully immersing myself in the present moment during self-care activities, I was able to amplify their benefits exponentially. Imagine drawing a bath, the warm water soothing your skin. Now, imagine truly being present in that moment, feeling every droplet, the warmth seeping into your bones. That, my friend, is mindfulness. It's not just about doing the activity, but truly being there, fully and completely. This mindset of mindfulness helped me reduce stress significantly. Each moment of self-care became a sanctuary, a pause from the chaos of life. It increased my focus, not just during the activity, but afterwards. The clarity and calmness I achieved during these mindful moments seeped into my everyday life. And so, mindfulness made my self-care routine more effective. It turned ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It can do the same for you. The fourth mindset I embraced was self-love. This mindset, my friends, is the cornerstone of all self-care practices. It's about acknowledging your worth and reminding yourself that you are deserving of love, care, and respect, just like anyone else. There was a time when I found it hard to look in the mirror without picking out flaws. But then, I started practicing self-love. I started to appreciate myself, my strengths, my weaknesses, the whole package. I started to see myself through a lens of love and acceptance, rather than judgment and criticism. And you know what happened? My self-esteem soared. My confidence bloomed. I began to understand that I was worthy of the same care and attention I was so willing to give to others. I felt empowered, and that feeling, my friends, is invincible. Self-love made me realize that I am worthy of care and attention. Every single one of us is, so don't forget to love yourself. Moving on, The fifth mindset that I adopted was gratitude. Gratitude, my friends, is more than a mere thank you. It's a profound appreciation for the simplicities and complexities of life alike. It's recognizing that every sunrise, every breath, every moment of joy or sorrow is a gift. When I began to incorporate gratitude into my daily routine, I realized its true power. It transformed my perspective, allowing me to see the silver linings in every cloud. Stress felt lighter, problems seemed smaller, and I began to feel a deep sense of contentment. Gratitude became my daily dose of positivity. I began to appreciate the journey I was on, the person I was becoming. Each day, with every act of gratitude, I felt my mental health improving. Gratitude made me appreciate my journey and the steps I was taking for my well-being. The sixth mindset that I cultivated was patience. Now, patience is often overlooked, but it's a cornerstone in the self-care journey. It's about understanding that change doesn't happen overnight. You won't wake up one day, suddenly free from all your troubles. It's a process. Let me tell you, there were times when I thought I was making no progress at all. Days when I felt like I was stuck in the same place. But being patient allowed me to see that every small step I was taking, every little change I was making, was leading me towards my ultimate goal. Patience helped me weather through the storms, through the challenges and setbacks that are inevitable in any journey. It taught me to be kind to myself, to give myself the time and space I needed to grow, to heal, to become the person I wanted to be. Patience taught me that self-care is a journey, not a destination. Finally, the seventh mindset that I embraced was forgiveness. A vital piece of the self-care puzzle, forgiveness is often the most challenging aspect to master. It's about letting go of the past, the mistakes, the setbacks, and the what-ifs that hold us back. I remember when I was stuck in a loop, constantly berating myself for past missteps. It felt like I was carrying a heavy load that was slowing me down. But then, I learned to forgive myself. I realized that every misstep was a lesson, every setback, an opportunity for growth. Forgiving myself was like releasing a burden I didn't even know I was carrying. It brought me a sense of peace, a quiet acceptance of my journey with all its twists and turns. It allowed me to move forward, to grow and to thrive. Forgiveness brought me peace and acceptance, rounding out my self-care journey. So, those were the 7 self-care mindsets that transformed my life. We journeyed through prioritization, understanding the importance of putting ourselves first. We then moved to consistency, highlighting the need for steady, continual care. With mindfulness, we learned to be present, to really tune into our needs. Then came self-love, a reminder that we are all deserving of our own affection and care. With the practice of gratitude, we learned to appreciate ourselves and our journey. Patience taught us the value of time and persistence in self-care. Lastly, we spoke about forgiveness, a powerful tool in letting go of self-judgment and fostering growth. Each mindset is a tool, a stepping stone to a healthier, happier you. Remember, the journey of self-care is a personal one, unique for each individual. So, start where you feel most drawn to. Now, I am curious to know, which of these self-care mindsets do you plan to implement in your life? Don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Check out my next video that YouTube suggests, and I'll see you on the other side.